Access granted.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time is But a Window. Today we're going to be doing another player analysis video, but this time on PhantomChaos, who is DMG, and this map is obviously Mirage. So we're going to watch the pistol round and see what he does right off the bat, and then we'll go through and analyze some of his mistakes throughout the game, and just try to correct his playstyle and make it so that he can rank up to the next level. Either way, he's able to take down the guy on the ramp, and he's going to come around here and watch towards a palace, but there is like everyone over there. He's got two teammates over there rather, so it was just kind of overly stacked on that side for a moment, and he was just kind of bunched up with them. I'm glad he came back over here. That was a good call by him. Now he's going to be shooting a guy over in Sandwich, and that leaves only two left, one in Sandwich and one up in Palace. He's able to take the guy down Sandwich while his teammate takes down Palace. Fairly good round. Really, the only criticism on that round that I can give is that he really didn't need to rotate over towards the stair side, and just staying over there on that right side towards Ticket Booth and Triple Box was definitely the best place for him to be. So here we have round two, and he's going to be making his way over here towards the connector. Tries to get across here, he does. They smoked it off, he's spotting it for a moment, and then he's going to be paying attention to connector, which he is. Now he's pushing up into it. And this is kind of a mistake here. It looks like he's going to be going aggressive. He spots one guy out, but he decides to continue to push, and he's going to get traded out. And yeah, see, the reason that I'm going to say that's kind of a mistake is while he pushed up there, I understand that he was maybe trying to look at underpass. There's a more passive way of going about that. But once he saw that first guy, he should have fallen back, so he couldn't have gotten traded out, and he had that wall to kind of hide behind as he could shoot him while they're coming up catwalk. Let me show you an example of it real quick, just because I'm not sure I'm explaining it well. So here's the catwalk that they're heading up. He was right here when he spotted the first guy coming down those stairs. Once he spotted this guy right here and was able to shoot him and take him down, he should have fallen back to here while watching this direction the entire time. And then he could have been peeking out, shooting them as they're coming up, instead of committing to it and then just getting swarmed from three different angles. Here, here, and here. Alright, so I wanted to go back and watch this again. He's able to take this guy out here, and then he tries to make this jump, but he doesn't make it the first time. By the way, the bomb is ticking off. Doesn't make it the second time, doesn't make it the third time, and then he falls off accidentally on the fourth time. Now I just want to say that you can't be spending all that time on the rotation here, because now your teammates are going to be getting picked off one by one. Of course, this guy is pulling off an incredible round, and you're still not even over there helping them. You picked up this M4, now you're making your way over here, you can spot the guy out, and you weren't able to take a shot at him. He takes out your teammate, and now you guys have lost the round. Basically all I'm saying is try to attempt to jump once. If you don't hit it that first time, then go a different route, because you can't be wasting all that time trying to get over to that site, especially when your teammates kind of need you. Alright guys, so here you can see that PhantomChaos is playing behind Triple Box here. He's got a smoke, he's going to drop a smoke out because they're flashing over. He's going to try to look over it because you can see a little bit over it and they can't really see him. He's going to get shot from connector. Now, what went wrong here? Alright, let's look at it. So, here we got the terrorists coming up from the middle, and you can see that there's nobody actually watching this for him. And that's a big problem, because if he actually looks on radar and sees that this is open, he really should not be pushing out over this way. I know that he wanted to use that smoke to his advantage and see if he could take anyone out coming up this ramp, but in all honesty guys, if you're playing that triple box and you realize that nobody's watching this, you're going to either want to use that smoke grenade to block this off, or if you're going to throw a smoke, you probably want to throw it over here and play over the top of it from Ticket Booth. So they're sort of on a save on last round. I guess you could call it a half buy, but they got like umps and famouses. Not exactly the greatest situation. I'm just going to be creeping up behind them. He's able to take down one guy here, and he's going to be able to get his gun. Now the good news is, because they have taken the guys out at the A site, it looks like they're going to be taking the A site, and he actually seems to know this, so this is very good awareness from his part. He's going to be making his way through Palace, which gives him a nice little angle on it. Guy planted in sight in a spot he couldn't quite see, but he hasn't made any noise yet. They don't know where he's at, and he could really completely catch them off guard here. We'll take out one, the other one, And that just leaves the third one where he didn't know the location, but he still did his job. His two teammates have guns, and they should be able to pull off this round. Alright, look at the work that he did on that first half. Let's see if he can keep up the pressure. If he keeps that going on, terrorist side, he should be able to bring this back. Alright, so pistol round of the second half, and here you can see he throws the bomb down, and they all run past it. No one's got it, and they're going to be trying to take the site. This is a big mistake. He really needs to pick that up. I know that he was the last guy in line there, and he didn't want the bomb, but, you know, and sometimes you're just going to have to pick that up, especially when you realize that it did not land on anyone, and, you know, you're the only real option for that bomb to get to the site. Teammates are taking it, and he's pushing in right behind them. Luckily, they were able to get the first two picks, and it looks like he's going to be picking this guy over by window. Leaves the last two CTs in market. His teammates are flanking, though, and he's going to plant in this spot right here, which, you know, I'm not a fan of. And here's why. Let's go back into this. Alright, so he planted right here, as you guys can see. And while that does conceal you from all sides, you can't really get out of it without getting shot. And it makes it so it's very limited on who can actually see the bomb in case someone tries to go in there and try to defuse. So, in my opinion, this spot over here towards Catwalk is better, and over here towards B Halls is one of the better, one of the best places because you can play it from up in Halls right afterwards. And I think that on pistol round like this, he should have gone with the B Halls plant, most likely, but he could have gone with this as well and just played from over here by bench if he really chose to. But he also would have to make sure to get across this spot, but since he knew that the last two guys were going to be in there because his teammates were pinching, again, I would have probably made sure to plant right here, like he did. He peeked out here, that's fine. Got that pick on window, a little bit higher risk than he needs to since he did have the bomb. Instead, he probably should have jumped right into sight, or jumped into sight this way, and made his way over here, immediately planted that bomb, and forced the CTs to push out towards them while his teammates were flanking around. So one thing I've noticed is, even though his team is dominating them overall on this terrorist side, he has been kind of playing away from them. So here you can see he's able to pick up that 1v1 at the end, but he was over at the other site, so he wasn't able to help them coming into the site. He was able to pick up the round, but it put his team in that 1v1 at the time, instead of allowing for an easy trade kill. He does that frequently. Sometimes he'll be sitting here throwing guns away over that little fence area here, which is fine, but he takes more time to do these kind of things than he probably should, you know. It's one of those things where you just want to keep up the pace, keep up with your team, and continue to help your team. Right now, he's carrying. He's out shooting these guys. He's got 34 kills, and, you know, his team isn't really dropping around the terrorist side. There's not much I can criticize or critique here. Here he's pushing over there. The guy peeks out on him. He's so used to being able to take it that he's just kind of getting lazy with it. That's what happened this round. And while I could say, you know, how he could do it, he has done this better already. It's just the fact that they are running over the other team right now. So here we are on the last round. And as you guys can see, terrorist side, they have only dropped one round to the CTs. Let's get back on to PhantomChaos. He's going to be making his way over here towards the A site. Smoke grenade's going to come in. Going to block him off from actually being able to see anything. Gets naded pretty hard. Flash comes in through, and he's able to pick this guy who pushed through. And they go over there to the left. Look at that. He just comes right out, and he just outshoots him. I mean, there's isn't much to it. You just kind of just... You are definitely the superior aimer. And the only criticism I want to give you on this is you got to really put into the importance of your teammates. I mean, here you guys did win, but I could definitely see how this kind of gone the other way, especially with you being late a couple rounds and some of your teammates having to like fend for themselves and you not being there to help them out, get those guaranteed trades. That being said, like you were able to just outshoot these guys, and because of that, you pulled a crazy amount of kills. Will you be able to do that every game? Probably not. But did you do it this game? Yes. And was it effective? Yeah, of course. You won, right? And that's the main goal of the whole thing. What I would say is watch your angles. Make sure you're not getting shot from the sides. When you did die in the game, you usually got shot from the sides from an angle that your teammate wasn't holding. And when you were doing retakes, you like to retake alone. You don't really retake with your team. And you really need to work on that. Make sure that, you know, you're communicating with them, being like, I'm going to hit it now, go in. You know, that way you can pinch it from both sides. And They don't only have to worry about taking out one of you at a time. But that's really the only big criticisms I want to give. You had some nice flashbangs in there. If I remember to put those in, I want to put it in here. Nice flashbang over triple box when you peeked out a couple times, but you only used it that one round. Another round, you could have easily used it. It would have been a lot more effective for you. So that's all I'm saying. You did really well. Obviously, your aim is up there, and ability to move up the ranks is right there. You just got to make sure that you play with your teams. Make sure that you're not being shot from side angles and you're in areas where you can only be shot from one specific angle that you can watch and not multiple different directions. And don't push out into stuff where you're going to get shot from multiple different directions, because that seems to be your biggest problem. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and have a great day.